Hello, everybody. This is Ty from Ty Hot Takes coming at you with another silly story today. I didn't expect to do another one this quickly this week, but hey, apparently Soulja Boy is up to funny drop shipping scam business this week, and I'm here to talk to you about it. So before we get started, I just want to rewind back to 2007 and read you some beautiful poetry from the big hit Crank That. Here we go. Soulja Boy, off in it. Oh, watch me crank it. Watch me roll. Watch me crank that Soulja Boy. Then Superman that oh. Now watch me you crank that Soulja Boy. I just thought I'd share that because I kind of hate that song, and I remember it being all the rage when I was in middle school in 2007. And to be fair to Soulja Boy, I don't hate everything about the song. I actually have a bit of nostalgia for the music video that's packaged in with it. It kind of brings me back to 2007 with all the flip phones and the old laptops and whatnot. So Soulja Boy is a bit of a musical time capsule, but I'm still allowed to hate on it, damn it. In my opinion, it's no Eminem, and yeah, arguably Soulja Boy is a one-hit wonder guy because I honestly haven't heard another fucking song of Soulja Boy's ever, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'm not exactly a fan. But here's the story that you actually click for today. So this one comes from retrododo.com, link is in description, and the headline reads, Soulja Boy reveals new handhelds, exact clones of Retroids. So for those of you that don't know, Retroid is a Chinese sourced retro handheld device producer and designer, and they pump out these devices like the Retroid Pocket 4 and the Retroid Flip 2, and they're just like for the most part little Android devices, although they do have other operating systems as well. But for the most part, they're these Android emulation devices that come in different form factors, and it allows you to play pretty much like any retro game that you could think of from the 80s to the 90s and to the early 2000s for the most part. I mean, now all the top end Retroids are able to handle Dreamcast, PS2, Wii emulation. In some cases, these things can handle 3DS. I'm not an expert on everything that these things can handle, but the Retroid line of emulation devices are pretty popular in the online emulation spaces, and Soulja Boy has decided to come in and take his slice of the emulation pie for whatever reason. Now, I'm not exactly sure what his motivation for this is, honestly. Like, some people look at this and they think, oh, it's just about a quick cash grab to snag some money off the Soulja Boy name and pose as a gamer or whatever. From what I've heard, Soulja Boy actually does game in his spare time, so I think it might be a little unfair to take away the gamer label from Soulja Boy completely. I don't know everything about the guy in his personal life, but let's be fair here. Soulja Boy is probably a gamer if he had the idea to even want to sell a retro handheld thingy in the first place, but that doesn't mean he is actually a cool gamer, and being a gamer doesn't put you above criticism for being a con artist and for scamming Retroid out of their supply and you marking up the prices of their product, not yours. Also, side note here, but I just found actual proof of Soulja Boy's gamer credentials right here. So this comes from XXL Magazine, and the tweet says, Soulja Boy says he's the first rapper to have a Nintendo Switch with a huge screen. And here's the video here.
It's your boy Soulja Boy. I was the first rapper with the super double XL huge Nintendo Switch. You niggas do not got the big Nintendo Switch. Stop playing. And I'm playing Pokemon, nigga. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Ashton, Kentucky, SODMG tour. Get your tickets. It's me, Mario.
That's it's me, Mario. So yeah, even though I feel tempted to be hard on Soulja Boy here and call him a materialistic rapper that's showing off his his expensive gadgets and whatnot. I'd say you'd have to be somewhat of a fan of gaming to put on the Mario cap and show off your oversized Switch. So credit where credit is due. It does appear that Soulja Boy is a certified actual gamer of some sort. Soulja Boy has even been ripping off Chinese emulation devices since 2018. And here is what that one looked like. This is the Soulja Boy by Ambernick, and this was widely mocked at the time because it didn't look like the best quality, and because, if I remember correctly, this also came packaged in with ROMs and whatnot, which is super duper illegal. Like, it's one thing to do a dropship scam with some Chinese handhelds and slapping your name on it, and it's another thing to include intellectual property from the likes of Nintendo or other companies, and including in like 400 games or whatever. Like, you better buy this device now because it's got all the games, and that's additionally bad, on top of it being just a plain old dropshipping scam. He then partnered with a company known as TRDR to white label the old original Retroid Pocket AI assistants back in 2021. I called this company out for this. This comes from Brandon Saltlamachia. That took me forever to pronounce. That took several takes, guys. So yeah, let's just call him Brandon. I called the company out for this, hopped on a call with them, and was even shamed by Soulja Boy himself in 2021. However, now in 2025, Soulja Boy is back at it, wanting to take full advantage of retro gamers with a handheld that is the exact clone of the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 and the Retroid Pocket 4. This is first spotted on Instagram under his gaming account Soulja Game. It showed Soulja Boy himself holding the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 with his own background, while mentioning it has Sonic. By the way, you also don't own Sega's properties, so good luck in court with that one if Sega gets mad at you. It has Sonic, TikTok, Instagram, and everything you need, enticing viewers to visit the following link that is at souljaboy.net. Also, here is a video of him shilling the said Retroid Flip device.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Soulja Boy. The new Soulja Game Flip is out right now. www.souljaboy.net. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go tap in. You got all the games you need on here. Wi-Fi, fast Wi-Fi, fast processor, good graphics. Go get your Soulja Game. Soulja Game console today, you know what I'm saying? Got Sonic, got TikTok, Instagram, everything you need.
So the video you just watched shows other applications installed, such as the Nintendo Switch emulator, which, as you know from our review, says our guy Brandon here, the Pocket Flip 2 cannot emulate well. Diving into this website listing, you could see the images are directly stolen from Retroid themselves. He didn't even bother getting his own marketing and whatnot, with their logo photoshopped on top of it. The price is inflated by over double, coming in at $436.50 compared to Retroid's official pricing of $209. This is over double for the exact same thing, for the exact same product and specifications. Classic drop shipper move. Brandon also says, I have worked with Retroid for many years and I am in contact with them regularly, so this surprised me. I brought it to their social team's awareness, and they quickly replied with, I didn't know about any of this. This is not any kind of official licensing deal. He does not have permission to rebrand our products and sell them as his own. The Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is patented in the US by ourselves from the official Retroid team. Brandon says, I'm no lawyer, but from my standpoint, this seems like an illegal business move from Soulja Boy, especially seeing as he is indeed branding this and selling this as his own. It's not abnormal for Chinese retro handheld manufacturers to sell out the licensing of old shells or designs. We've seen it before, and white labeling devices is all over AliExpress. However, this felt wrong, as I know Retroid values their products and community deeply. And here is a screenshot of the older model. I think it's the Retroid Pocket 3 being resold by Soulja Boy here for $207. How he is still doing this, I do not know. It is likely a sign of desperation, no doubt. Retroid will put up a legal battle with this one because it's probably illegal in the United States where they have their licenses held. And the author goes on to say that he is in contact with Retroid and he'll keep an eye on any updates to Soulja Boy's Soulja Games websites. Please do not buy this one. So, since the posting of this article, I actually have seen a few updates to the good old Soulja Boy website. So, the pricing for the Soulja Game Flip that's mentioned in this article here has the Soulja Game Flip listed for $436.50. And if I go to the official souljaboy.net website, he has since lowered it to $200. So that's about a $236 price drop on the Soulja Boy website. And if you go to the Soulja Game device, it's the same story here. It was $207 and it is now $100. So he's cut that in half as well. Probably due to all the freaking outrage that's been stirring around these devices being marked the fuck up for outrageous prices for gullible customers. And yeah, even though Soulja Boy has taken a back step on the prices, surprisingly, this is still very much not a good look, and we will see if Retroid decides to take legal action against Soulja Boy. I haven't seen them say anything about we're going to go after him, but they have stated in this quote here that they have the patent in the US and he totally doesn't have permission. So Retroid hasn't said that we're going to come after Soulja Boy, but it is definitely a possibility at this point, and Soulja Boy might be in even bigger legal trouble if it turns out that there are tons of legal ROMs packaged in this, or, you know, I would look down upon him including emulators with this thing as well, because he doesn't own the source code for the emulators that are bundled in. And I think the authors of the emulators should be given credit for having their emulation software bundled in with this illegal device. Well, guys, it looks like I just got a breaking update here. Apparently, if you go to Soulja Boy's website and sort it by video games, the handhelds that I was just looking at about 30 minutes ago have now been completely delisted. So I can no longer find the Soulja Boy Flip and all the other stuff that I was just looking at for this video. So yeah, if you're really hoping to buy a Soulja Boy Flip, I'm sorry, you're shit out of luck now. All you got to get now is this fucking Soulja Boy game box for $300. I'm sure that's quality. So yeah, Soulja Boy must have been real spooked by maybe something that someone in the game press said. Maybe he was spooked by Retroid saying that they own the patent in the US, so it's not like he could mess with a Chinese company because, oh, they have different rules over there, so I could take advantage of that and do a drop ship scam. Maybe he realized, oh, their patent is here, I can't just fucking do whatever I want with these devices and slap my name on it. I have no idea what was going through his head when he removed this, when he did the delisting just now, but good for him, I guess. That might save him a wee bit of trouble down the line. But yeah, that's my my breaking news that just came up after I was getting ready to render this video and whatnot. I just refreshed, I just happened to refresh the page here, and then boom, the Soulja Boy Flip and everything else disappeared. But yeah, that's your Soulja Boy gaming update for the day. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And here's another one of my videos over there. And I'm going to go away and crank that and do the U thing.